Hello, friends. I hope y'all are having a great Tuesday. I want to tell y'all a story about Petal Park, this pretty bundle that we're going to use today. Welcome to my channel here on Facebook. I go live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Time, and then you'll find my other videos on YouTube at my channel called Paper Made Prettier. My name is Cogbill, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I sell these wonderful Stampin' Up! Products, and I am proud for you to watch my videos. This stamp set I purchased right off the bat when this catalog came out, and it has sat on my shelf this whole time. I don't know why. Like, I have no explanation. It's not that I didn't love it. I guess I just kept reaching for other things, and I saw a card made with it that intrigued me, and so I decided to use it in my Stamp Technique Club, and we all fell in love with it. Many of us bought the bundle, but this whole suite is called Regency Park, and the two bundles in it are the Petal Park Bundle and the Sentimental Park Bundle. Okay, here they are in big. Here's the Petal Park Bundle. This is on page 32 of the retiring catalog. And then we also have this stamp set on page 33 called Sentimental Park. Now, we have big red R's on here because these bundles are not retiring, but the 10% off bundled price is. So it's hard to see that in that color. But these two bundles are 10% off in this catalog. When this catalog retires on May the 1st, the bundled price will be gone. So you can still purchase the bundle, but it will be more expensive. So why would we want to pay more for something that we love, right? So put this one on your list, Petal Park. It's $165.71. And many of us also ended up getting the other bundle in that suite once we saw this card. Let me see if I can find it. Oh my gosh, I hope I can find it. I'll keep looking here in a second. Anyway, if I don't find it, I'll post a picture of it because I definitely have it. Haven't fully unpacked from my crazy weekend. Okay, so anyway, my friend Noelle made the most gorgeous card with the Sentimental Park that I will post. All right, I wanted to make a card that was a combination between this card and this card. I do this a lot. I'm like, I love the structure of this card, but I love how they use these two colors together. And so I went and kind of combined the two. And this is what I came up with, except for I'm going to modify it a little bit because there's one thing about it that I don't super love. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to start actually with a crushed curry base. I love this color. Don't use it that much this time of year. I use it a lot in the fall, but it was perfect because it was in this paper called Flowers and More Designer Series paper. This is the other tip I want to give you is this paper is in the back of this catalog, and it's hard to see. It is 48 sheets of 12x12 paper for $18 once you've spent $150. So it's got all the best flowers. All my ladies love it and ended up making sure they had some of this once we had fun at the stamp club. So first we're going to stamp. This is a background stamp. This is a stamp from the Petal Park. It's these open line flowers. And what we're doing is we're just stamping crushed curry on crushed curry. We're not re-inking it every time. We're just going to re-ink it every other time and fill in just around the edges here because we're going to cover the middle part up with our paper. All right, so we've got this cute little border. Now, that's just a little trick. If you feel like there's ever any empty space on your card, then look into your stamp set and see what kind of little stamp do I have that can fill that space. Now, I love how the Scallop Contours dies were used to cut this little sweetie out from designer paper. So I just copied that. And I'm shifting it over to the left a little bit. Let me see. Oh, here. I was going to show you this Flowers and More Designer Series paper. Big, bold colors that combines with other less bold prints to make a fabulous stack of designer paper. I'm going to show you some other cards made with it here in a second, but it is one that you definitely need in your collection of designer papers. It has so many of these cute and poppy, pop colors. Okay, so that's good. Now we need a, I wonder if I have an extra one of those cut out. Let's see. I do, as luck would have it. Now, what I want to do a little bit differently here is I'm going to use my sentiment set called Something Fancy, and I'm going to stamp a thank you. I was hoping that it would be there. I love this stamp set. I use it all the time. It's indispensable. It's also a bundle that is continuing, that the bundled price will retire now that I think about it, because let me make sure. Yeah, it's continuing, but now I'm questioning myself. Let's see. Let's look it up. Page 17. So again, it's a great stamp set and bundle, and it's not retiring. So we know that it will continue in the next catalog, but that bundled price will not. So you want to get that while you can. All right, so I'm going to stamp my sentiment here with Starry Sky. Love that. All right, now I want to punch out some flowers. So I've got a scrap of basic white here that I'm going to use. Now, this is about, I don't know, 3 inches. Let's call it 3 inches. And it works really well for this particular fashion. And what you're going to do, this is the way I do this. My brain works this way. Set your punch down. I set it down this way. And then you'll know when you put your paper in, this is the way the flowers need to line up. So we're going to start with our flower that's small, pointing straight up. And for this matter, we need a Stampin' Pierce mat underneath to keep all of our contact perfect. And we're using Tahitian Tide here. So we're going bold and blue. I'm going to stamp that outside layer. Ooh, so pretty. And then we're going to come back in with Starry Sky, one of our end colors, which I love. And we're going to stamp that. Oh, I remember now. It's easier if you stamp your outline first. So stamp your Starry Sky first. Sorry. I always forget until I do it, and then okay, that's not going to work. So stamp your outline first, and then you'll be able to easily come in and see. Hello, friends. Say hello if you're watching. I love it. Who's here? If I can tell. It's, hello, Tammy. Good to see you. Okay. So we are going to stamp this gorgeous Tahitian Tide in there. Isn't that a good bold contrast of that Starry Sky Tahitian Tide? Now, because we lined it up with our punch, it's going to be right where it needs to go. Like this. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 little flowers ready to go. Now, I want to punch and stamp and punch one more detail. Okay. And this is our Petal Park petal. Let's see if I've got the stamps. Okay, so, and again, I just want to look at my little stamp here to see how that's going to go. And it's tilted a little bit. So, unfortunately, I cannot find my shaded spruce ink pad. So we're just going to use this ink spot here. I haven't unpacked from I had a couple of classes this weekend, and everything's just right where it was when I left it. All right, so full strength on the outline. And then for the inner part, we're going to stamp it real good, but then we're going to stamp it off on our piece of paper, and then we're going to stamp it lightly. So that just makes a two-toned little guy. And I want to keep it all shaded spruce because I just like the way that looks. Again, full strength. We're going to come in with this, give it a stamp off, and give it some shaded spruce innards. Isn't that cool? That's called two-step stamping, and it looks great together. All right, so we're just going to slide this in, and because we were careful about the way we lined up that punch, except for that little nivet on the bottom, we'll just tear that off. We're going to be able to line that up and punch that out, and we'll slide this over and see if it fits. It sure does. Punch. Ta-da. All right, so now we're ready to finish our little sweetie here, and I'm going to build a little flower grouping. Now, you could stick those all down with Stampin' Seal, but why would we do that when we can do some dimensionaling? So let's do this. Let's stick our big guy down with Stampin' Seal. And then let's pop up our other two flowers with dimensionals. Mini dimensionals will work, but I think that this full dimensional will also work. So we're going to build our little flower grouping here, and then we're going to come in with our little, what do you call these? Petals. We're going to stick those on with probably glue dots, but I'm going to smidge and use a, hey ho, I'm doing a video. My daughter just got home from school. So we're going to pop these on. She's a senior, so she has really weird school hours. All right, we're going to pop those on. And we're going to pop this up. Oh, now that's perfect. See, this was okay, but this brought it up to perfection level. So we're going to pop that up with some dimensionals, and our Sentimental Park card is finished. I hope you enjoyed it, and you can make your own version of it with whatever flower paper you have, or get this Flowers and More designer paper and go to town. Isn't that cute? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Oh, wait, I forgot I was going to show you. First of all, make sure and get the Petal Park bundle. It is 10% off until the end of this catalog, which ends May the 1st. All orders of $40 or more this week get 10 free cards. That was really popular last week, so we're going to do it again. Okay. And I'm going to show you a few more cards made with this set. So we have this pretty card made with the Flowers and More. Or, I'm sorry, Petal Park. See, this is Flowers and More paper. More Flowers and More paper. These are cards that we made at our Stamp Technique Club. If you're not in it, you need to be. This is an online and live technique class that we do every month to learn new stamp techniques, full of happy shoppers, demonstrators, and also customers that want to learn how to make, oh, look, I just found my shaded spruce pad. Another Flowers and More card. You can see how you can use the Petal Park stamp to bougie up, fancy up other stamps that don't have flowers in them. And this was my favorite card of all the Flowers and More cards because it's got a pink 80s, pink and green vibe that I just love. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I want to see your cards using Petal Park and Petals and More Designer Series paper. Bye.